Hey fam, happy Easter. I'm Brandon and this is Amy, and we are so pumped for what's about to happen. Before we get started, there's only one thing you need to know. Easter Jam is for everybody in your family.
That's right. If you're a teenager, this is for you. If you're in college, this is for you. If you're a younger kid, get ready. We are about to have some serious fun. And we need you to lead the way. Adults, you get ready also. This is Easter like you've never done it before.
Never. No matter who you are, we want you to know that Easter Jam is for you. The only way to not have fun is to not participate. So, look around. Is anybody missing? If so, hit that pause button and go get them right now. Because we're getting started in 3, 2, 1.
Easter, a time for fake grass, plastic eggs, these things, chocolate bunnies, and people dressed as bunnies. And then there are the weird parts of Easter, like fake grass, plastic eggs, these things, chocolate bunnies, and people dressed as bunnies, which is interesting. But what does all this stuff have to do with Easter? And if this holiday is about more than candy and wearing uncomfortable clothes to church and lunch with your relatives, what makes Easter happy?
Okay, hear me out. There are only two kinds of people in the world. People who love these things.
And people like me. I just don't get it. How can you eat something so cute and grainy? But let's just see how your family feels. Show us a thumbs up if you love to eat them and a thumbs down if you don't. Okay, there's a lot of different opinions out there. Now, no matter how you feel about eating peeps, you're going to love this next game.
Yeah, you are. See, your family is going to face off in the greatest peep jousting competition of all time. And we're gonna explain how it works, and then we'll tell you when to start. First, divide the room into 2 teams. Next, take 2 peeps and assign them to a team. If you don't have any peeps, no worries. Big marshmallows work as well. And it doesn't matter if it's a bunny peep or a peep, as long as it's a marshmallow, it'll work. And you're gonna give team A, they're gonna get peep A.
And team B is gonna get peep B.
Yeah, and here's the fun part. You can come up with cooler names like Lord Sugarcoat.
Or Sir Sprinkles.
You get the idea. I think
yes.
you get the idea. You can even use a marker or a Sharpie to decorate your peeps and give them some personality. Draw a mustache on your peep. Give them some mean eyebrows or a fancy outfit. Let your creative juices flow.
That's right. Then next we have to prepare these peeps. So, you're gonna take some toothpicks and you're gonna put them in the peeps. You can pretend that it is a joust, a lightsaber, a sword, whatever you want. It just depends on how serious your family is about the competition. Some families are more competitive than others. Make sure your toothpick is facing forwards and towards the other peep. Once you're done with that, you're gonna place the 2 on a microwavable plate. No social distancing is necessary here, guys. You need the peeps to be close together and facing one another.
Yep, and then, once they are, it's finally time for the big event. Gather around and put the plate in the microwave. Set the timer to 45 seconds. You won't want to let it run that long though. In fact, don't let it run that long. Then press start. Watch at a safe distance until the peeps drop their toothpick sabers and one touches the other. The toothpick that touches the other peep first wins.
As soon as this happens, you're gonna wanna stop the microwave. Trust us on this one, guys. Stop the microwave.
Okay. It's time to settle this thing. Don't forget to snap a pic of that photo finish. It's go time. So press pause now and we'll wait here. All right, how did it go? Who won? We want pictures. And
Yes.
Post them with the hashtag EasterJam2020.
That's right. I have to admit, that was way more fun than I thought it was gonna be. And also, this happened, guys. I think Sir Sprinkles definitely
No.
took
Lord
it, guys.
Sugarcoat was
No.
for sure the winner.
No.
All right, we'll figure that out in a minute. But for now, are you guys ready for another game? Well, put down your plate. We don't need that anymore. Because for this one, you're gonna need a laundry basket full of socks. Lots of socks.
Yes.
And clean or dirty doesn't matter as long as they have a match.
Yes.
If you need to, go grab those things now, press pause, and then we'll explain the rest. Okay, so got your basket and socks? Great. Now choose 2 people to play. You also need 2 people to be scorekeepers.
Yes.
To get started, dump all the socks on one side of the room. And don't worry, those socks will make their way back into the basket real soon. Then place the basket on the other side. When we say go, players will grab a sock, go through the pile to find a matching one, roll the socks together in the shape of a ball or like an Easter egg, and then toss them like this across the room into your laundry/Easter basket.
That's right. Then the player with the most sock eggs in the basket at the end when the timer goes off, they win. If you don't have scorekeepers, that's okay. You'll just have to keep track of the number in your head. That means that everyone's on the honor system. Parents, we're looking at you.
We're looking at you.
Okay, if needed, go press pause now. Get everything you need, get everybody in position, and we'll wait here.
All right, everybody ready? Great.
We're putting a 1-minute timer on the clock.
This Easter egg throwdown is happening in 3,
3,
2, 1, go! All right, families, come back over here. Who won? Okay, that was wild.
That was great.
And whoever won gets socks! Just kidding. Adults, make sure whoever won the challenge gets a special treat today. Maybe one of these things. Okay, maybe not.
Okay, we hope that you guys are having fun so far. We are celebrating because today is Easter. And if you don't know the whole story of Easter, that's okay. Today, we'll talk about what makes today, even more than any other day, a happy day. But before we get there, I know that there's lots of family and friends that would love to hear from us.
Yes.
Now, to make this happen, you have a few options. Pause the video right now and choose one of the challenges on the screen. Make sure to wish your peeps a happy Easter.
Okay, so we just got done sending our own text saying Happy Easter. And even though we're celebrating a little differently than we have before, that's okay. Easter is still happy. And that's not just because of peep wars or Easter baskets or even chocolate bunnies.
Great.
Although those things are awesome.
Yes.
It's still happy because of what happened thousands of years ago at the first Easter. It's the world's most powerful story, and yet it's so simple. So simple that it can be told with laundry.
In the beginning, God created everything. He formed people in His very own image. But then, we turned away from God. Sin entered the world, like a dark stain. Still, God loved us so deeply that He made a plan to rescue us. At just the right moment, God sent his very own Son, Jesus, to live among us. Jesus healed hearts and minds and bodies. Thousands gathered to hear him teach. Instead of giving lots of new rules, Jesus turned things upside down by making it simple. Love God, love others. After 3 years of traveling and teaching, Jesus and his disciples entered Jerusalem to celebrate the Passover feast. Huge crowds gathered to welcome him. But while the crowds cheered for Jesus, the religious leaders made plans to arrest him. He was turning their world upside down, and they wanted him gone. As Jesus celebrated the Passover meal with his friends, he told them that he would be leaving, but would return. His friends didn't understand. That night, one of Jesus' followers, Judas, led soldiers to arrest him. The religious leaders gave Jesus a fake trial and then sent him to Pilate, the Roman governor, who could have him killed. Pilate found Jesus had broken no law and tried to release him. But a mob called for Jesus to be killed. Pilate gave in and handed Jesus over to the Roman soldiers. Jesus was forced to carry the heavy beams of his own wooden cross. On a hill called Golgotha, the soldiers nailed Jesus' hands and feet to the rough wood. The soldiers and people who passed by laughed and mocked him. But from the cross, Jesus asked God to forgive them. Finally, Jesus called out, "It is finished." Then he died. The earth shook. Rocks split open. Even the soldiers cried, "Surely he was the Son of God." One of Jesus' followers took his body and placed it in a tomb cut from the rock. A huge stone blocked the entrance. Jesus' friends were devastated. They had believed that Jesus was the one God promised, the one who would rescue them, but now he was gone. Their whole world had turned upside down. Jesus' friends stayed hidden in fear for 3 days. But early Sunday morning, Mary Magdalene, a close friend of Jesus, hurried to the tomb. She planned to anoint Jesus' body with special spices. As Mary neared the tomb, she saw the stone had been rolled away. The tomb was empty. Mary turned to see a man standing near. She didn't recognize him until he said, "Mary." It was Jesus, alive. Jesus told her, "Do not hold on to me. I have not yet ascended to the Father. Instead, go to those who believe in me." Jesus, God's Son, became like us to lay down his life. Through God's power, he defeated death for all of us, and sin was washed away. One day, he's promised to return, so we can live with him forever.
Wow, I hear that story every Easter and it always amazes me. I mean, God sent Jesus to the world to remind me that he is greater than anything that can go wrong in my world. A simple fact that Jesus came back to life is proof to me that I can face anything bad that happens in my life. And I'd like to think of it this way, guys. I can because Jesus is alive.
Yeah.
I can keep loving because Jesus is alive.
Yeah.
I can be brave because Jesus is alive. And I can have hope because Jesus is alive.
Yeah, that is so cool. And that gives me an idea. How about we take a few minutes and add to that list of things you can do because Jesus is alive.
Absolutely.
Answer this question as a family. How would you fill in the blank? I can because Jesus is alive. Pause the video while you discuss. When you're finished, meet us back here.
conversations like these, because remembering what God has done in the past helps me to trust him with what's going on in my life right now. I hope that's true for you guys too. And I hope that you spend the rest of the day making happy memories with your family. To get you started, we have one last challenge for you. Are you ready? For this one, you'll need to decide who the most technological genius is in your family. Maybe it's a parent, an aunt, an 8th grader, who knows? Either way, decide who that person is now. Got it? Awesome.
And as soon as this video is over, we want you to go outside and take a family Easter photo. You can be dressed up or in your PJs. It can be totally normal with smiling faces or silly with, like one of those filters that turns your face into a bunny. No matter how you do it, take a family photo and make it awesome. Then share it to social media. And remember, use the hashtag EasterJam2020 so we can see your family's Easter style. Because maybe now more than ever, this is a time to celebrate and remember God's faithfulness and the hope he gives us in Jesus. After all, that's what makes Easter so happy.
The greatest day in history. Death is beating, you have rescued me. Sing it out, Jesus is alive. The empty cross, the empty grave, life eternal, you have won the day. Shout it out, Jesus is alive. He's alive. Oh, happy day, happy day. You wash my sin away. Oh, happy day, happy day. I'll never be the same. Forever I'm changed. I'll never be the same. When I stand in that place, realize meeting face to face, I am yours, Jesus, you are mine. In this joy, perfect peace, earthly pain finally will cease. Celebrate, Jesus is alive. He's alive. Oh, happy day, happy day. You wash my sin away. Oh, happy day, happy day. I'll never be the same. Forever I'm changed. I'll never be the same. Oh, what a glorious day, what a glorious way. You have saved me, and oh, what a glorious day, what a glorious name. Oh, happy day, happy day. You wash my sin away. Oh, happy day, happy day. I'll never be the same.